Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to file an LLC. I have been putting this off for so long, so I will show you guys exactly the steps that I took, and it's not pretty. Like, I clearly did not know what I was doing, so I just feel like it's a good thing to kind of go through how to do this because it wasn't like super straightforward, and I was so out of my comfort zone. Like, I felt like I was like playing lawyer for the day. But I started following this guide here, which I will link below, and he kind of walks through it. So you have to figure out what state you're in and then kind of do it by the state. So he has some steps here. Step 1, name your LLC, choose a registered agent, file blah, 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 create blah, 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 get EIN, which I haven't done step 5 yet, but we're gonna get there. Basically what I did is followed his steps like literally in the exact order because I don't know how to do this. And I'm very out of my comfort zone, and I don't really care because how do people start businesses? Oh wait, they get out of their comfort zone. So I'm trying to like do this without like getting in my head about, hey, why are you trying to play businesswoman when you're 25 years old? But it's okay because this is what we're doing. So the first one is to name your LLC. Good thing I already have a name because I have a website. So the first thing I did was build my website, the Cost Lab. So this is my website. So I already had a name in mind. So I did the Cost Lab LLC. And then now you want to make sure it's available and kind of go through step by step. So the first step that I'm doing here is just making sure that I have the name is not completely taken at this point because I'm not entirely sure, and that's what he suggests. So you can see no value found. So that means nobody has the name of my LLC, which is nice. But the first thing that I want to do, or that he has, is he has a link on his site that tells you to go basically register, but you have to click and make an account first. So I have to make an account on this like Washington situation. So that's kind of interesting. You can see me here making my username, ID, password, and confirming password. Obviously, I'm going to cover this up since you guys don't need to see this information, but it's very simple. I'm registering. It'll send me an email, and then I will confirm my email. So not too bad. I took a picture of it just in case I needed to. Obviously, this is going to go on to my LastPass, so that way it saves my thing. So I added it to my LastPass. And then you kind of just fill out your standard information. So I'm doing Elizabeth, last name, you know, obviously I'm going to hide my email address so I don't get spammed by everyone. I just use like my personal email address. I don't know if that's quite the right call, but I need to make more official one, but it's fine for now. I just wanted to get this done. I was like inspired in the morning, even though it's like Thanksgiving and I probably have other things I could be doing. I was just like, I'm going to file today. Like, that was the goal. So did that, put in my phone number, obviously hiding that as well, and then press continue, and then you start filling out the address. So I'm gonna hide that as well. I live in the state of Washington. That's why I'm filing for a Washington LLC. I need to do some more research before I decide what I'm gonna do because I also am in Oregon, not living in Oregon, but I do a lot of work in Oregon. So I'm not quite sure if I need to file for another thing or add to mine. Like I said, I'm completely out of my comfort zone. I just was told to file an LLC if I wanted to start the business, and that is kind of what I'm going with in a lot of internet research, you might say. So that is what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to fill out this information and then click register. So pretty simple there. Hitting register now. Looks like they're going to send me a verification email, so I got that, and then I quickly signed in there. Now I'm going to log into my account that I have just created. So I'm going to log in using the username and password that I just created. Obviously my LastPass remembers the password, so a little bit easier there. And then I did not click the verification email yet, so make sure to do that. And then you can refresh and try to log in again. Once you're logged in, you're kind of in this dashboard page, and that's where I got really confused for a second, because it doesn't tell you, oh, file your LLC here. So I kind of like looked around and was like, there's something wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I just kind of like looked at the little windows, and there was a button here where you can create or register a business. So I'm going to click that, and it kind of brings you to this page where you start filling out stuff. So you can see, I would like to start a business, and then you have to say, you know, I wanted to do a Washington limited liability company. So you're going to click that as well. And then you just keep going from there. This was very confusing, but it's okay. And let's see here. So we're going to load, and then now we're going to start filling out the other more important information. So a lot of this was very confusing, like a UBI number. I had no idea what that was. So I'm going to say no to that. Business name. This was also confusing. So I basically said no, and then realized maybe I should say yes. And then got really confused because I couldn't type. So I tried to type something in here and then could not type. So that was unfortunate. But then I figured it out, and now I'm gonna type in my actual business name. So then I type that in and get that all filed. There's also a few other things where it says registered agent later on, and you're supposed to say yourself. So I signed up myself for all of these. So anytime it said a governor or whatever it may be, there were like three. There was an executor, a governor, and an agent. And since I'm like the sole owner, I just signed up for all of it. So I don't want to bore you guys with all this filling out of paperwork, but you're basically going to fill it out for yourself, and make sure to put your address, your name, say yourself for all the things if that's what you are. Like, who else would you put if it's your business? And it's pretty standard. I didn't attach anything. There was an option to attach something, but I didn't end up attaching it because I realized that the form was very similar to the questions they were asking me, so I don't think the form was necessary. And then towards the end, once you filled everything out, you kind of get this page where it's like loading, and it took a couple seconds, right? Because I kept messing up added the executor and stuff. But once you are done, you'll review it, and then you'll click this add to cart. So there's an add to cart button that you'll see me click here, and then it adds it to the cart, and then you're gonna pay the $200 or so to get this. So then it pulls you to a shopping cart, and then it's like, wow, this really feels like I'm buying something. Like they got it all figured out. And then you press check out, and then you pay your fees, and then they'll like notify you when it's done. So I clicked check out, and then it loads, and then I did proceed to check out, and then it loads again, and then I type in, you know, my payment information and all that. So that's nice. You just kind of pay for it, and then you click place your order at the end, and then you placed your order and you're done. So it'll say like you've submitted and all that. So that's kind of exciting. But you can see it's a little confusing, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So I ended up filing. I'm official. We'll see if they have to like come back to me if I like mess something up, which might be the case. So we'll see. But overall, I'm pretty excited. I've been putting this off for a while, and I finally just sat down today and just filmed it. Like, that's why I'm doing a voiceover now, because I was like so lost and was like all over the place, because I was like, what the frick is an executor and all that. But these are like a nice step or guide to you know, kind of encourage you to start your own business, and also like don't be afraid if you don't know what something is. I just Googled it and I also don't know what I'm doing. So there's, you know, hope in that there's someone else out there who also has no idea what they're doing. So I hope this video helps you guys, and I will see you guys next time.